Well, even with that victory, it leaves the West German manager Helmut Schön, who really is one of the gentlest of men, under extreme pressure, just as Alf Ramsey was when England played host to the world in 1966. Well, today we've brought those old footballing rivals together again, away they're in Germany, with Gerald Sinstadt.
What about the pressures, Helmut? As the host country, I've heard that you haven't received the support that you would have liked from the German spectators.
No. I can feel what you felt when the World Cup was in England.
But I think 8 years ago is so different to 1974. Yeah. I think there's been a gradual process of pressures out of all proportion to what we play football for.
Yes, I said it is a national Unglück, bad luck, if the home team doesn't come forward.
Disaster.
And, it's a disaster. And since months it goes in West Germany. We always hear, now you must win the World Cup in England, second, in Mexico, third, and now in Germany first. And therefore it was a great pressure for our players and for me. And you have seen the first games of our team that were not the best, and I hope now we haben uns befreit. We are free.
More freedom.
Yeah, more freedom, and now I think we can come to our best form.
Have you been disappointed in the standard of performance by the South Americans? Do you think that has the methods used in Europe overtaken the South American skills and flares that they've presented in previous World Cup competition?
I always tried to have a good mixture between European and South American football.
Yes, I think the South Americans learned a great deal from European football in
Yes.
1966, particularly in physical condition and understanding and organisation.
I think the South Americans have overtaken many things, many bad things of European football, not the best. They have seen how to have a very massive defense, and I am very disappointed that especially some of the South American teams like to play in a very defensive manner. Brazil, for example, plays very defensive, and they have no personalities to make a good offensive football, and therefore, and so I'm very disappointed.
How do you see the World Cup? Is there any hope for the future? Is there anything we can take from this particular competition at this particular point, which we can introduce in our football for the future?
No, I think the European football is on a good way, and it is not. He must go its own way, and he must not look too much to South America. Then I think that in technique and tactic and in physical condition, we are on the best way to be leading in the world. I think if the South American teams continue to play in such a manner, to play defensive and to lose their individualism, I think they can go back in football. And I hope that our European football will go further on.
I'm sure you're right in that respect, Helmut, and I would go back to what you said previously in that if we can learn, if we can take the good from the bad, no matter where it be, in South America or in Europe, then we're on the right track.
Sir Alf Ramsey and West German manager Helmut Schön, and in fact we're going to be continuing that conversation in a special World Cup on the Ball in World of Sport at 3:10 tomorrow, when those two gentlemen will be talking about Holland, who isn't, and indeed who is going to win the World Cup.